Have you ever caught yourself making urgent and impulsive buying decision online? If you're nodding yes, then you're not alone. Some websites are just more intuitive and persuasive than others, and for most normal, common people like us, we don't even know why. But for years, marketers and brands have been using various psychological principles to increase their sales by making people click on their products on an impulse. There's a simple way to understand and incorporate these psychological principles on your website as well, so that you can get more engagement and surge your sales on your website. For decades, a renowned professor from Arizona State University, Robert Cialdini, he studied the various techniques of persuasion and he formulated these 6 principles. These are scarcity, reciprocity, compliance or authority, conformity or social proof, commitment and consistency, and liking. In this video, we'll be checking out the 2 techniques of persuasion out of the 6. Cialdini identified that people tend to perform and act when they get the feeling that they have received something first. This is known as reciprocity. It refers to the tendency of users to give or receive something with the expectation of giving or receiving something back. For example, let's say a person, Prachi, she gets a free trial to Amazon Prime and she takes it. So the next time Amazon Prime urges her to sign up for the year, she'll be ready to pay a certain amount to sign up for Amazon Prime since she has already used their product. Prachi also feels a sense of brand loyalty towards Amazon Prime, which she doesn't feel towards other streaming services. People tend to return favors, pay back debts, and treat people the way they have been treated back. A feeling of obligation is created when somebody or a brand has been giving us concessions or discounts. To avoid this feeling, people tend to engage in reciprocity. Reciprocity can be used as a successful negotiation tactic with users. However, for successful reciprocity, we have to take 2 things into consideration. We have to give the user something and we have to ask the user for something. In addition, we have to identify the factor which will entice the user. For example, we can share content by offering white papers, cheat sheets, guides, templates, and research findings. We can offer product discounts, free shipping or redeemable coupons, giving free upgrades to first-time sign-up or on first order. Further, you should capture the user's email address and demographic details so that you can send them promotional material of your product and brand from time to time. As the year ends, the tradition of New Year resolutions begin. People decide to have a healthier, wiser, and richer life ahead by cultivating a new positive habit. This phenomenon is known as fresh start effect. But what happens after a few weeks? This honeymoon phase ends, the motivation and productivity eventually dwindle, and most of us return to our previous functioning levels despite our best efforts. But what if I told you that there was a way to nudge these people's behavior in the direction of pursuing their goals? Behavioral consistency refers to people's tendency to behave in a way that aligns with their past decisions and behaviors. Behavioral consistency drives our way to take mental shortcuts, which, by default, eases the process of decision making. It is easier to make one decision and stay consistent to it rather than making a new decision every time when presented with a problem. Consistency acts at both individual and societal level. These resolutions, when on an individual level, the pressure to follow it is just on oneself, and any inconsistency results only in some guilt. But it changes when it's at a societal level because it can cause huge amounts of embarrassments, especially because you made the resolutions public. Hence, people tend to be consistent with their acts just to avoid any kinds of undue stress or embarrassment. According to Cialdini, once we have made a choice or taken a stance, we will encounter personal and interpersonal pressures to behave consistently with that commitment. Those pressures will cause us to respond in ways that justify our earlier decision. Have you ever noticed that people who use only Mac, they will never dream of buying a Windows laptop? This is because they just want to be consistent with following a certain brand or just buying a certain brand and showing their loyalty. It happens because they have been using the same brand again and again, and in their head, they think it's the best. Research indicates that when the original incentive, such as a 10% discount of the product, has been removed, buyers will still continue to buy their product just because they have already committed to the brand or the product. Another research also found that about 80% of consumers, if they notice a slight hike in the price of the product that they already have been purchasing in the past, they will not try to opt out of it just because there is a small processing fee or the price has hiked, just to stay committed to their buying choices. Some of the ways to capitalize on consistency and commitment of users is by making public commitments on social medias, reviews, message board, discussions and online petitions to your product, offering smaller sales that build into bigger sales or commitment, putting smaller products on sale and providing a larger discount onto the next purchase. Creating a profile in the system reflects a commitment that the users have made to use the product. LinkedIn is one of the largest social networking sites that mainly focuses on professional networking and knowledge sharing. Now, LinkedIn is one of the companies that thrives on the psychological influences that we have talked about earlier. It provides the opportunity for users to influence each other, get influenced by each other, and to influence future employers. LinkedIn incorporates the concept of reciprocity in a number of ways, such as endorsing skills and expertise of user, providing a testimonial, liking, sharing, and commenting on posts. Building a LinkedIn profile may seem like very time consuming and even daunting to some users, but once they have done it, once they have gone through that hurdle of making their profile, they have the tendency to keep it updated. It serves as a recording of the user's accomplishments, and the users tend to keep their profiles updated just to stay committed and consistent to their earlier behavior as they keep on achieving new and new milestones. LinkedIn also offers to foster commitment among their users by allowing them to log into other portals or websites using their LinkedIn profile credentials, for example, with Bloomberg Careers. Users logging in through their LinkedIn profile have created a deeper commitment to LinkedIn as it serves to access additional content through other products. Providing your users with free incentives never goes unnoticed. Elements of influence have a profound effect on the user's attitude and behavior towards the product. Designers can positively influence the user's attitude towards the use of their products by leveraging the concept of reciprocity, by creating a sense of obligation, and by giving away free content, providing free or discounted trials, and offering opportunities for users to engage in liking or sharing others' work. Principles of commitment and consistency reflect the notion that individuals want their behavior to be consistent with the commitments and with their past behaviors. Thus, by offering small discounts, making public commitments, and asking the user to create a profile in the system, we can leverage these principles. For more content like this, do subscribe to our channel.